Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
Wait, what happened here? Let's get that up. Hi, YouTube. How is everyone today? And Block Talk Radio, how are you? We did, I would think it was amazing, but I really hate to toot my own horn, but why don't I just toot it? Um, a the topic last night was releasing for the new moon energy, right? Which is really, really important. Like, for some reason, the computer loves to talk to me. So, for some reason, I woke up to the very things that keep us from being healthy, right? I don't know why. Spirit showed that to me this morning. It was by Louise Hayes. I don't know if you guys know Louise Hayes, but it was by Louise Hayes, and it was really good though, because it said something about every part of our body we cover up except our head. Now, there are some countries that will put something on their heads, but for the most part, the head is the one part that doesn't get covered up for the most part in most parts of the world, right? Maybe those that cover up their head, maybe they're ahead of us. In any case, um, because I have to remember that Louise Hayes is not ethnic. So when you're not ethnic, you forget what other countries do and how they protect themselves, right? Um, and I'm totally for. Like, I'm so upset that the Iranian women have to fight so hard um, for this mandate because it means something else to men, the headdress. When what most men don't realize is that they want to wear the headdress. They just don't want it to look like it's a feminine issue that's mandated. And that makes me sad. And it's coming down to, a fight and people wanting to take off the headdress, which again, that makes me sad because it's a beautiful part of their culture, right? That I kind of wish I had, right? All right, doesn't really matter. Um, Getting back to Louise Hayes' message this morning was for me. And it was, your head is not covered up. So you're going to begin to feel physical ailments um, in the head. Like, it's going to start there. And I thought that was an interesting concept. And if any of you guys want the video, just let me know down below and I will post it for you. And so it kind of let me wake up to a different perspective, because I tell you guys, I luxuriate in the morning. I don't get up and start rushing because I know that that's unhealthy. Um, so I do like to listen to mantras. As of lately, I love opera. Um, and of course, healthy videos in the morning. I mean, sometimes I'll listen to some trash videos about the housewives, but only those that I think can be soothing to my soul to wake up to early in the morning if my feet hasn't touched the ground yet. I thought this was an interesting video about your head and what a headache means and what an earache means. And I was like, this is so profound. In any case, I thought I'd share that with you. And if you want the video, just let me know down below and I'll send it over to you. But I also want to add, talking about releasing things. That's how we got there. Talking about releasing things. I want to add that which I didn't add yesterday, but I'm going to keep saying it in every video until everybody gets it, because the new moon eclipse is going to be on Monday. But you're going to do your ritual on Sunday. And so I just want to make sure that everyone understands that. Remember, we're talking about releasing things. I told everyone to write it on a piece of paper and then burn the paper. But actually, you can also write it on a bay leaf. You can write what you're releasing on a bay leaf. I tend to write what I want to come into me on a bay leaf. But bay leaf is good for both ways. So now we can release as well. All right. So let's practice some releasing mechanism using the energy of a bay leaf. And bay leaf energy is amazing. All right. Let me see what everybody's saying. Good morning. Good health. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Good health and good morning to everyone in the chat. Have an amazing day. Thank you. And Lisa says spiritual rising. Bay leaf magic. Thank you, Lisa D. It's very effective. And this time, thank you for saying that, Lisa D. This time we're going to use the bay leaf to release. Also, you can take bay leaf, because we did talk about a spiritual bath. You could take the bay leaf, boil it, let it cool down, strain it, of course, and add it to your salt bath when you do it. I can't wait to take a spiritual bath. I have not done it since I moved here. That is unlike me. I'm definitely going to use the bay leaf. I'm going to use mustard seed. Oh, yes. All right. Let me see if Melissa is here. Not yet. Go back. Okay. Um, Let me see what other herbs we all can consider for banishing or getting rid of. Well, I definitely didn't. I have my book here, but it doesn't say. Oh wait, yes it does. Okay, good. Don't scare me, book. Um, hmm. This is for the bad, but let's see. Okay. Hmm. No, I don't have enough in terms of banishing in this book that I have, but hmm. But on your candle, not in your bath, in your candle, you can include Kanye. Wait, how do you pronounce it? Kanye. Kanye. Oh, how do you pronounce it, guys? Oh, Lisa, I wouldn't put black salt. No, I mean I wouldn't put black salt, only because I just want to make sure that, because black salt to get black salt, you have to put other things in it. Um, so I don't know. I use black salt to banish away bad energy, right? But do you put it in your bath water? I was talking about for the bath water. I put black salt in front of my front door to make sure no negative energy enters. Always works. Always works, everyone. You might want to invest in black salt. Also keeps bad people away from your house. It's just something about the black salt where people are like, okay, can't stay, and they won't come back again. Promise you. Um, and if you wanted, in some parts of the country, Texas might be one, definitely California, the supermarkets sell cactus. Black salt has sulfur. Yeah. So I don't know. Like when I tell people what to do, I do want to make sure that they are safe. And I don't know if sulfur can have a reaction to some people's bodies. So, um, I definitely would put black salt on the base of my candle if I needed to, which might be a good time. Like if you don't want it, because I'm telling everyone to use a white candle, but if you're comfortable, use a black candle. But if you don't want to use a black candle, you can always put black salt at the base of your candle. That's a good idea. Um, am I pronouncing this wrong? Kanye pepper. Um, you could use that in your magic, everyone. Has a lot to do with cleansing, purification, repels negativity, um, and dealings with divorce, but also cactus. Cactus is about banishing, all right, and for protection, all right. Yeah, me too, Lisa. I use black salt outside my door. Me too, absolutely. hmm So again, guys, there's a lot of going ons that we need to take care of. And I just wanted to add that if you use bay leaf over paper, right, and write what you're releasing on bay leaf, then that's just as good as doing a paper. I might do a mini video about it only because I left it out yesterday in the feed, and I just want you all to be armed with everything so that you understand if you're going to do magic, we're going to release, and these are the tools and properties that you can use to make the releasing much more effective. But I have to tell you, just writing the letter, if you write a letter to God, to universe, to Jesus, to your saints, guys, I don't care, to Buddha, to Muslim, to Allah, I don't care, right? Just writing the letter. I just want you guys to always remember that words are magical. That's why we have to be careful what we say to ourselves, how we treat ourselves, and how we talk to others, right? I know a lot of people want change in their life, but they might have a hard time communicating with others. And you have a hard time communicating with others, a lot of times it's because it's an inner hurt that's going on, whether past or present, right? We're not designed to be mean people. That's not who we are as a totality. But if it shows up because of past hurt. Now, whether it's past hurt that you've been through and nobody else knows what you've been through, or it's past hurt with someone and you go into protective mode. It does? Oh my God. Um, so do your magic for releasing, right? And if you're one of those households where there's no way your husband is gonna let you um, do magic, remember the bathroom can always be the safest place, right? He's never gonna suspect that you're taking a spiritual bath and lighting a candle. You just say, I'm gonna luxuriate and I'm bringing a candle and some beautiful scents and do your whole ritual in the bathroom. I know that sounds crazy, but you have to do what you have to do the way you need to do it. So if that means your bathroom, go for it. Yeah, it's funny you should say that, Lisa. I also, right? And again, this is something that you all can do. I take lemons and put cloves in my lemons. Yeah. And that's to take care of the sour energy that's around, right? Repels negativity and only allows the good to come through. And my group, several people in my group have been doing, but I also love lemon energy, the lemon energy. And one last thing, and you guys could do this while you are investing in the eclipse energy. One last thing with the salt and lemon. I think I did a video on this, and that is take a whole lemon, slice it up, put it in a disposable bowl. The word disposable is key, and pour salt on top of it. Now, because it's going to take any negative energy away from you, I would use table salt. I would not use my good sea salt. I would use table salt and put it underneath your bed and allow negative energy to be released from you, right? Notice I keep saying you, not others. Very, very clear about that. Who? You. Let's let Melissa in. Hello, Melissa.
Hey.
How are you?
Good health, Dory.
Good health, Melissa.
Tired.
Are you tired, girl?
I'm tired.
Yeah. You know it's the eclipse energy, right? Yeah. This eclipse energy is making us all like very, very sluggish.
I'm like, I don't have the pep in my step.
Yes. Yes. You know, it'll go away the minute the eclipse passes. All right. And it's due to pass 9 p.m. on Monday. 9 a.m. Oh my God. 9 a.m. on Monday. It's due to pass. Do you know where you have your... Go ahead. Do you know where you have your Scorpio?
Oh, no, go ahead.
Do you know where your Scorpio energy is?
Nope, I can find out right now. I have it on the I have it in the. I'm gonna look it up right now because I have it
in your computer.
In my photos. Yeah, I have it in my photos. So.
Oh, that's smart. Why don't I ever keep mine in my photo? Yeah, I always look it up.
Remember nothing, so I got screenshot it.
Say that again.
I said I don't really remember anything, so that's why I screenshot it.
That's so smart. I wish I would have thought of that.
You know, I think it's good when you have it like written down and everything. You know.
Right.
Right.
That's so smart.
Okay, so you said I'm looking at my chart. Do you want to know what I Scorpio?
Where's your Scorpio at? Do you have Scorpio in your chart?
No, but I don't got no Scorpio in my chart.
Any water?
Mm-mm. I got Aquarius in my chart. Is Gemini considered water?
Mm-mm. Neither
What
is it.
about Libra?
No, those are air. Even Aquarius is air.
Oh. And then I got Taurus.
Okay. So in your chart, we have to look at it. But Scorpio is there, just no planets in your chart. So now I'm wondering what house is it in?
I'm going to have to send it to you.
Yes, send it to me. What's your ascendant, Melissa?
My ascendant is Leo.
Girl, you're Leo?
Yep, Sun Leo and ascendant Leo.
What's your moon? And what's your moon?
And the moon is Aquarius.
Ah, got it. That's a really good combination because Aquarius is opposite Leo, but it means they get along very well with each other. It's very similar qualities.
Yeah, my bestie's Aquarius.
See? That's what I mean. You would get along with Aquarius people, right?
But I definitely realize Aquarius do not play.
Girl.
Like if they gotta say it in a polite way, a professional way to you,
Girl.
but it's still mean, they will do it.
Girl. Now, Aquarians are exactly like Leos, but when we say it, put your dukes up because we're gonna fight, right? Not Aquarius.
Right.
They are chill. When it's done, it's done. There's not a question.
Right.
Yes.
I also realize that you gotta push them to get them upset.
Yeah, because they don't have time for that emotion. Listen, out of all the signs, they think Aquarians are the water bearers, right? But you always
right.
see the water bearer pouring out the emotion, right? They're not trying to take it in. Oh no, I wanted to see the. Can you send me the wheel?
Oh, I never did the wheel.
Got it.
I don't remember.
That's okay.
Looked it up for me, and I got mine by because I remember you did the whole thing for me, and when you sent it to me, that's when I screenshot the.
Got it. Okay, next time, hold on to the wheel too, because that lets me see where, even though you don't have any planets, right? The place of Scorpio or Cancer or Pisces, what house they're in, also matters.
Right.
Right? It completes the makeup of who you are.
That is so cool.
Lisa D says good health.
Good health, Lisa D.
Yes. She also says, this is so cool, you're so lucky. She goes, my very devout Muslim husband has learned that I need magic in my life. So he is very accepting of all the magic that I do. I think that's interesting because, remember, Muslims aren't raised the way we are raised, right? Because of the slave history, we have been taught that magic is bad. Because, of course, we brought magic over. Don't get it twisted. But every time we did magic, we would lose a husband. They'd take our children from us. We've just learned to just conform, right? You're devout, Muslim husband doesn't have the same history unless he was born here but learned, right? Learned what was taken from us. So Tiffany is asked.
One time I had a.
Go ahead, Melissa. I'm so sorry.
No, I have to say I definitely agree with you when you say that the men get upset.
Yes.
Because when I had a boyfriend at the time, he was very upset. Like, oh, you doing the what? I'm like, what are you getting your period for? Like, if this is what I like to do, then, if you don't like it, go about your business.
Yes, but most men,
they get very defensive.
Yeah. And again, I think, I don't know, historically, a lot of women have used magic inappropriately,
Right.
And, men talk, so I'm sure they told each other stories, right? Hold on, Melissa. I'm going to try and get my AirPod on. Hold on, Melissa. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get my earpiece on. Of course, most men feel a certain type of way. That's why, like, throwing it up in a man's face is not ideal unless he's totally into it. Melissa, are you there? Oh, let me try something else. No, but it might be my fault. Hold on. Come on, work with me. Damn it. Work with me. Huh. Are you
I'm here.
good?
I'm here.
Okay, great. Thank you, Melissa. So it would be nice if men would begin to come on board because they're missing a spiritual change that's required of them, right?
Right.
So my prayer in the next 10 years is that men do come on board because we need them. Oh, see, there you go. Lisa D said her husband is Middle Eastern, Jordanian. That makes so much sense. He doesn't carry, like, those countries, they believe in magic, right? So they believe in herbs. They much like the book The Alchemist, they look at the signs of the earth, right? So of course he'll be happy that you're investing in your version of magic because he was born into magic. It's natural for him. And that means you're very blessed, Lisa, to have that type of relationship. That's such a blessing. What were you going to say, Melissa?
I think that is so amazing.
Right? Me too.
I feel like when you have that, it's like you and your partner can manifest the car y'all want together, the house y'all want together, stuff like that.
Yes. No, it's true. It's so true. It is so true.
Even a vacation, something like that.
Yes. But if we take out the material stuff, right, Melissa?
Right.
If we take out the material stuff, how soothing is it to have a man say to you, go invest in magic?
That's actually hot.
It is. It is. I totally agree. That's a blessing, Lisa. You're so lucky. Such a blessing. All right. Melissa, how was your week? I know you said you feel sluggish, but how has your week been?
Well, it was funny because yesterday yesterday was the day that Grandma passed.
Yes.
But yesterday, it's like in the morning I wake up, the lights go off because it depends on it's off sometimes, right?
Yes.
And I'm just like, come on, why it gotta happen at 6 in the morning? I gotta
Right.
go to work.
Right. Right.
I went and got ready, and then I woke up my sister. I said, oh God, I said, I know she's not one of her, but I said, I gotta wake her up so she can let me know if she sees the lights come on.
Yeah.
And so I was like, so I had to go in my landlord's basement, and I'm just like, I don't like going down there.
Yeah.
It doesn't bring me.
Right. Right.
You know? So when I go down there, I'm just like, you know, I'm just gonna go and put it on. So I go and click, the breakers and stuff. And I ask myself, and then I'm like, I don't hear nobody saying, hey, it's on. I'm like, oh boy. Then I go to my sister and I said, is it on already today? Yeah. And I'm like, why you didn't say anything? And I said to myself, Melissa, she just woke up. Relax.
Right. Right.
So my sister made chicken soup, homemade chicken soup the other night. So yesterday, I went and she said, you know, she put the chicken soup on top of my bestie. She said, oh, because she likes everything that my sister cooks. So, I go and I take it. Next minute, it's like a little reusable Target bag or whatever.
Yeah.
Or something, So I went and put it in there. Next minute, I'm going to my Uber. The Uber guy is across the street. Sees where it's going and decides to cancel it and keeps going. And I'm just like, what is that? Because the Ubermen the Uber people don't want to go certain places. They don't know their destination until they get to your place to pick you up.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
And a lot of them, it depends on where it's going, they cancel the ride, which is annoying. So
Right.
I end up, my sister put the noodle soup juices came out from the bag.
Oh
I
Lord.
dropped it. And I said, oh my God. I said, what is this going on?
This is not starting
So
out well.
and I was like, you know what? I said, let me go back in now. I asked my sister, the broth came out. My sister went and put more broth, and then I changed the bag into like a Shop and Shop plastic one, so if anything leaks, it's okay.
Right. Right. Right.
So, and at the same time, I had to go and my dog had it's one hoodie on, but it was bigger than him.
Right.
But he sleeps at night, he feels good. I forgot to take it off for him this morning. So he ends up peeing on it when he goes outside. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
I'm like, oh, poor baby. I said, let me take it off.
Oh.
And I'm like, I'm just going to go wash it. I'm going to go get it washed or whatever.
Right. Right.
So I get to work, and the day is kind of just, I got the day done, and so, I call my mom and say, you know what, I want to take you to the movie. I'm
Good.
on vacation.
Good for you. Yes.
I know, my mom, I'm like, your mom passed, I understand, but I feel like I need to, get her out the house for a little bit, get some air.
Good.
And I feel like sometimes when you're like, I can't understand too much because, when it's your mom is different than when it's your child,
Yes.
So
Yes.
so I was just like, I know that during those times, every year my family tries to do stuff. We do stuff for when you pass on that day.
Yes, the anniversary.
We'll have dinner together. Yeah, to be there and remembrance and stuff. And I thought about Deborah Hookie, and I was like, you know what, I have to set that up. If I don't do it this month, I'll do it next month and set it up for her.
Yeah.
And so set up. Yeah.
So did you guys go to the movies?
Well, this is what happened. I forgot. My mom called me and said, no. I called her and she said, no, not today. And I ended up leaving work yesterday. Got to one town. Well, I'm gonna say 3 towns past, and realized that I left my wallet at work.
Got it. Oh man.
So I left my wallet at work. Yeah, I left the wallet at work. And then I'm like, wait a minute, because I decided that I was gonna go buy extra food for the dog, because my dog is one. He likes cooked food. You know, like food is cooked. He likes his pork, like his chicken.
Right.
Sometimes he gets a beef. It depends. So I want to look at my wallet, and I want to go look at my bag. And I said, wait a minute, where's my wallet?
Yeah.
So I had to take an Uber back to work to get my wallet and take an Uber back home. I was like, I'm done for the day. I'm done. I said, you know what? I can't cry. I'm just going to laugh it off. I said, I'm going to laugh it off.
That's right.
You know, I was like, oh my God. Yeah, I was like, oh my God. I said, you know what? I got to have a better attitude. And I was like, at least I got paid that I could go back and forth and get it, because it was the day that I didn't have any fun.
Right.
Then I would have to be more agitated.
Yes.
So I was like, it was just a weird day yesterday.
Right.
But the light was on, scanning the wallet and then going back and forth to take the Uber to go home.
Yes. The Uber leaving you.
I opened the door and I was like, I'm going to bed.
Yes.
Even if I don't sleep, I'm going to lay down. So that's what I did yesterday.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Sometimes there's a reason for everything, even like forgetting your wallets. You might have dodged some drama someplace. So sometimes the best thing to do is go home. Go home.
Right. It was like not meant for me to go to the movie just say. It was not meant for me to go to the store and go buy stuff for him, because he has already. It's just that I always want to be like, well, if he has a little bit more, I can put it in the freezer. At least he has. I don't have to run one day to go get something.
Right. I got you.
I was just like, yeah. And I was gonna let it get up for grandma, and I just realized that I was so tired yesterday. I was like, I'm not doing nothing. I said, Grandma, I know you understand.
And she does. And she does. Don't feel any guilt. Do you understand?
Right.
No guilt. Grandma's on the other side. They're watching us and they have pity for us. Because now that they're on the other side, they're like, wow, you know, if I can prevent them from thinking something's a bad thing, like remembering me, no, she'd rather you rest. You know?
Right.
But I do want to answer this question. Sunny Day says, Grand Rising, does anyone else experience family and friends of the Christian faith treating you funny because you are spiritual and work with alchemy and magic? And I just want to say, Sunny Days, you don't need to keep making an announcement that you are being different from your Christian family. Sometimes it comes out as better than, and I know that's not your intention. I think the most important thing that you could do is just do your magic and do your alchemy. I would say do it in private, because once you understand what your magic does for you, then you could speak on it, because nothing will take you away from the very thing that you're putting inside your mind and your body spiritually. But if you're spiritual and I want to say straddling the fence with Christian people, then I would have to question you, right? Not the Christians, because they're going to stand where they stand. So I have to question you. And I have to say, what is the purpose of the challenge? So I would no longer explain to people, right? I would say, like, if someone says, oh, you got this in your house, one, I would stop them from coming over, right? Because you don't bring negative energy into my house. But two, I would just say, oh, yeah. And I would drop it. I would never explain to anybody what I'm doing. It's just not worth it. And if you're not strong enough, you may not even be able to explain it well. So I would say, do your alchemy, do your magic, garner strength in what you're doing. And then one day you'll be able to speak on it so emphatically and so strong that you will shut people up. Today's not your best day, but continuing with your magic and your alchemy, do it. Do it in private. All right, sweetie. I just wanted to what do you agree, Melissa?
I agree.
Yeah.
You know, it's just not worth wasting your energy to prove it to them. This is, you know, prove it to them. You know, this is what to prove to them that it's nothing wrong with what you do.
That's
you know,
right.
sometimes you just can't wait shit bitching on them.
Sometimes you can't.
They gonna be still Bible thumpers. That's what they gonna be.
Yeah.
You don't have to leave it alone.
Yeah. Yes, yes. But also, I mean, people are changing rapidly, thank God. I mean, all the information out there on IG and TikTok, it's just so much information now. And whether people are giving information well or not, I don't care. I care that people are opening up to spirituality. We'll get to the next level as to whether or not people are doing right and who they're communicating with. But for right now, the more people that do TikToks and IG on spirituality, I'm on board with. I'm loving that. All right now. So, oh, good health. Ori Naturals Healing, how are you? She says, good health to all.
Oh, good health.
Yes, good health to all. All right, Melissa, we can get started on the book. We're almost done, everyone. And we're going to take a little break, and then we're going to come back with Conversations with God, Volume 1. Wait, what is this about bay leaf magic? I thought I answered it. Can you use bay leaf magic for attracting incoming? What you say, Melissa?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, sorry. Concerning bay leaf magic is amazing, and it's twofold. And I just want to remind you that what we're doing this time is releasing. We are releasing this time for this eclipse. For the next eclipse, we're going to bring in, you can use bay leaf magic at that time. What's really important, I thought I answered this, I'm so sorry. What's really important is you can't do two types of magic at the same time. You can't release and bring in. You cancel each other out. So because it's eclipse energy, I think it's better to recognize that there are things that we have to release. And you want to work with the eclipse energy. And that's why it's really important to release. Most times, I don't release. I only do full and new. I want to bring in new. I want to abundance in full. Most times. But because this is eclipse energy and very powerful, it It's okay to focus that something about you needs to be released, and we have to look at that. And yes, you can use the bay leaf to release, but remember the words that you use. It has to be, I need to get rid of blah, 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 blah. I want to release blah, 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 blah. Don't be convoluted in your speech, right? It's only release. I want to release negativity. I want to release drugs. I want to release drinking. Like, be clear. I want to release overeating. I want to release negative thoughts, right? Be clear, right? Negative thoughts, right? So just be clear about what you're releasing. Don't make it convoluted, because then you cancel it out. The bottom line is your spiritual guides, your angels, your ancestors, they're listening to you. So when you send them a double message, they can't help you. They can only help clear messages. So sometimes you guys are wondering why something's not working. It's not working because you are not clear. All right? So I hope I helped, Tiffany. Good. And keep it simple, right? You can't be like, help me to release negativity, but my husband better not argue with me, God. Like, it's like, no. Let's start over. Oh my God. We're trying to help you. Let's just do you. Yeah, it's funny. But I also want to emphasize that when our magic doesn't work, it's because we are not clear. Right? And next week we'll talk after this eclipse, we'll talk about abundance and prosperity and fertility and how big those words are. And sometimes those words are too big. When you say to someone, in magic, when you say, I want abundance, no one knows what that looks like for you. They will bring you an abundance of flowers, an abundance of air. Like, you have to be specific. But we'll talk about that when the time comes for bringing stuff in. You gotta know what you want. Right? Yeah.
You're making me think of the sticky note.
Yes.
So right now, what I want to release and then burn it.
Yes.
If you can.
Yeah, you said write down. Write down. You got I couldn't hear you, Melissa. You said the sticky notes and then write down what you want.
Yeah, write down what you want to release.
Yes.
If you want to do it like that too.
Yes. Yes, the sticky notes are my favorite. Yes.
Oh.
It's so easy. Yeah. Especially if you want to put it on your bathroom mirror, put it on your front door, the sticky notes, to constantly remind yourself what you need to be doing as you step out into the world. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a good idea too.
It is. The front door, you mean, or the bathroom mirror?
Yeah, I do my mirror, like the mirror that do your hair and everything with.
Mm-hmm.
The one that's the mirror that I look at the most. That's
Mm-hmm.
where I put the sticky tapes in. But I like how you talk about like the front door.
Yes.
You know, if you have
Yes.
your own home that you can have it at the front door, or
Well,
maybe inside your front door. Where you
no,
might
inside your front door. Here's the thing. Every time inside your front door, before you open the door, inside your front door, you could put the sticky notes. The reason why that's important is because when you open your door, you're stepping into a portal that's new for the day. Yesterday is left, today is new. So before you step into that portal, if there are things that you need to change, put it on a sticky pad and place it on your front door. And take a moment, instead of rushing out, take a moment to read the notes. Yeah.
That's a good idea. You never know. Maybe that did something did bother you, but you just didn't know how to. You forgot about it until it resurfaced again.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good advice.
It's a subtle way of recognizing change needs to occur with the sticky notes. And if you have children, make them write down their sticky notes and put it at their eye level. You know what it does, though, Melissa? It gives you a moment to slow down. You know, as you're putting your coat on, because it's winter now, you're putting it on, put it on near the door. You know, you're gathering up your keys. Take a moment to look at your door and look at your sticky notes. You know, and then open your door and step out fresh in the morning. Yeah. All right, Melissa, are we ready to get reading?
Oh yeah.
So, do you remember what page we were on?
We left off on page 124.
124. Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah, I remember the snake. Okay, what paragraph?
That I don't remember.
Okay,
But I can read from the beginning.
yes. Read from then something.
Okay. Then sometime during the 4th year, the almonds will abandon you because you stopped listening to them. The tribal chieftain will see that, and you'll be dismissed from your position as a counselor. But by then, you'll be a rich merchant with many camels and a great deal of merchandise. You'll spend the rest of your days knowing that you didn't pursue your personal legend, and that now it's too late. You must understand that love never keeps a man from pursuing his personal legend. If he abandons that pursuit, it's because it wasn't true love. The love that speaks the language of the world. The alchemist erased the circle in the sand, and the snake flittered away among the rocks. The boy remembered the crystal merchant who had always wanted to go to Mecca.
Right.
In the English in search of the alchemist. He thought of the woman who had trusted in the desert. And he looked out over the desert that had brought him to the woman he loved. They mounted their horses, and this time it was the boy who followed the alchemist back to the legend. I'm going with you, the boy said. And he immediately felt peace in his heart. We'll leave tomorrow before sunrise, was the alchemist's only response. The boy spent a sleepless night. 2 hours before dawn, he awoke one of the boys who slept in his tent and asked him to show him where Fatima lived. They went to her tent, and the boy gave his friend enough gold to buy a sheep. Then he asked his friend to go into the tent where Fatima was sleeping and to awaken her and tell her that he was waiting outside. The young Arabic did as he was asked and was given enough gold to buy yet another sheep. Now leave us alone, said the boy. The young Arab. The Arab returned to his tent to sleep, proud to have helped the counselor of the oasis and having enough money to buy himself some sheep. Fatima appeared at the entrance of the tent. The two walked out among the palms. The boy knew that it was a violation of the tradition, but that didn't matter to him now. Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'm going away, he said, and I want you to know that I'm coming back. I love you because... Don't say anything, Fatima interrupted. One is love, because one is love. No reason is needed for loving. But the boy continued. I had a dream, and I met with the king. I saw crystals and crossed the desert. And because the tribe declared war, I went to the well, seeking the alchemist. So I love you because the entire universe conspired to help me find you. The two embraced it. It was the first time either had touched the other. I'll be back, someone said. Before this, I always looked to the desert with longing, said Fatima. Now it will be hope. My father went away one day, but he returned to my mother, and he has always come back since then. They said nothing else. They walked a bit further among the palms, and then the boy left her at the entrance of their tent. I'll return just as your father came back to your mother, he said. He saw Fatima's eyes was filled with tears. You're crying? I'm a woman of the desert, she said.
Averting
her face, but above all, I'm a woman. Fatima went back into her tent, and when daylight came, she went out to do the chores she had done for years. But everything had changed. The boy was no longer at the oasis, and the oasis will never waiting for him. A woman awaiting a courageous man in search of his treasure. From that day on, the treasure would represent only one thing to her: the hope for his return. Don't think about what you left behind, the alchemist said to the boy as they began to ride across the sand of the desert. Everything is written in the soul of the world, and there it will stay forever. Men dream more about coming home than about leaving, the boy said. He was already accustomed to the desert silence. If what one finds is made of pure matter, it will never spoil, and one can always come back. If what you had found was only a moment of light, like the explosion of a star, you will find nothing on your return. The man was speaking the language of the alchemist, but the boy knew that was referring to Fatima. It was different.
Difficult?
It was difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It was difficult not to think about what he had left behind. The desert was the endless momentum.
Wait, the desert with its endless monotony.
Oh, monotony.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Monotony. On him dreaming. On him to dreaming. The boy could still see the palm trees, the wells, and the face of the woman he loved. He could see the Englishman and his
Experiment. Uh-huh.
Experiment.
Yes.
And the camel driver, who was a teacher without realizing it. Maybe the alchemist had never been in love, the boy thought. The alchemist rode in front with the falcon on his shoulder. The bird knew the language of the desert well, and whenever they spotted, he flew off in search he said to Alchemist, I congratulate you for having pursued your personal legend. And you told me nothing along the way, said the boy. I thought you were going to teach me some of the things you know a while ago. I rode through the desert with a man who had books on alchemists, but I wasn't able to learn anything from them. There is only one way to learn, the alchemist answered. In thought, action.
It's through.
It's through action.
Yes.
It's through action. Thank you.
You're
It's
welcome.
through action. Everything you need to know, you have learned through your journey. You need to learn only one thing more. The boy wanted to know what the alchemist was searching the horizon looking for the falcon. Why are you called the alchemist? Because that's what I am. And what went wrong when the other alchemists tried to make gold and were unable to do so? They were looking only for gold. His companion answered, they were seeking the treasure of their personal legend without wanting actually to live out the personal legend. What is it that I still need to know? The boy asked. But the alchemist continued to look to the horizon, and finally the falcon returned with their meal. They dug a hole and lighted their fire in it, so that the light of the flames would not be seen. And I'm an alchemist simply because I'm an alchemist, he said, as he prepared the meal. I learned the science from my grandfather, who learned from his father, and so on. Back to the creation of the world. In those times, a master work could be written simply on an emerald, but men began to reject simple things and to write tracks with a tracer track.
Let me see. I got lost. I learned from my who learned from the creation of those times. The master would be written simply on an emerald. Men began to reject simple things and write tracks.
Okay, yes. Thank you, tracks. Interruption. Interpretation.
Good girl.
And was it physiology?
Philosophical studies.
Philosophical studies. They also began to feel that they knew a better way than others had. Yet the emerald table is still alive today.
The emerald. Hold on, Melissa.
On
the emerald tablet is still alive today.
Oh, emerald tablet.
Yes.
It's still alive today. What is written on that emerald tablet? The boy wanted to know. The alchemist began to draw in the sand and completed his drawing in less than 5 minutes. As he drew, the boy thought of the old king and the plaza where they had met that day. It seemed like what I saw in the Englishman books. No, the alchemist answered, it's like the flight of those two hawks. It can't be understood by reason alone. The Emerald Tablet is a direct passion to the soul of the world. The wise man understood that the natural world is only an image and a copy of paradise. The existence of this world is simply a guarantee that there exists a world that is perfect. God creates the world by that, through its visual objections. Men could understand his spiritual teaching and the marvels of his wisdom. That's what I mean by actions. Should I understand the Emerald Tablet? The boy asked. Perhaps if you were in a laboratory of alchemists, this would be the right time to study the best way to understand the Emerald Tablet. But you are in the desert, so immerse yourself in it. The desert will give you an understanding of the world. In fact, anything on the face of the earth will do that. You don't even have to understand the desert. All you have to do is contemplate a simple grain of sand, and you will see it in all the marvelous of creations. How do you emerge myself in the desert? Listen to your heart. It's known all things because it came from the soul of the world, and it will one day return there. They crossed the desert for another 2 days in silence. The alchemists had become much more cautious because they were approaching the area where the most violent battles were being waged. As they moved along, the boy tried to listen to his heart. It was not easy to do. In early times, his heart had always been ready to tell its story, but lately, that wasn't true. There have been times when his heart spent hours telling of its sadness, and at other times it became so emotional over the desert sunrise that the boy had to hide his tears. His heart beat faster when it spoke to the boy of the treasure, and more slowly when the boy stared entrance at the endless horizon of the desert. But his heart was never quiet, even when the boy and the alchemist had fallen into silence. Why do we have to listen to our hearts? The boy asked when they had made a camp that day. Because whenever your heart is, that is where you'll find the treasure. But my heart is aching.
My heart is agitated.
Oh, it's agitated?
You got it.
Said. It has dreams. It gets emotional. And it becomes passionate over a woman of the desert. It asks things of me, and it keeps me from sleeping many nights when I'm thinking about her. Well, that's good. Your heart is alive. Keep listening to what it is this day. During the next 3 days, the boy traveled passed by a number of armed tribesmen and saw others on the horizon. The boy's heart began to speak of fear. It told him stories it had heard from the soul of the world, stories of the men who sought to find their treasure and never succeeded. Sometimes it frightened the boy with the idea that he might not find his treasure or that he might die there in the desert. At other times, it told the boy that it was satisfied. It had found love and riches. My heart is a traitor. The boy said to the alchemist when they passed the rest of the horses. It doesn't want me to go on. That makes sense, the alchemist answered. Naturally, it's afraid that in pursuing your dreams, you might lose everything you want. Well then, why should I listen to my heart? Because you will never again be able to keep it quiet. Even if you pretend not to have heard what it tells you, it will always be there inside you, repeating to you what you're thinking about life and about the world. You mean I should listen, even if it's tremendous?
Treasonous.
Treasonous.
Yes.
Treason? Treasure.
Treason.
Or is it treason? Treason is a blow that comes unexpectedly. If you know your heart well, it will never be able to do that to you, because you'll know its dreams and wishes, and will know how to deal with them. You will never be able to escape from your heart, so it's better to listen to what it has to say. That way, you'll never have to fear an
unanticipated blow.
An unanticipated blow. The boy continued to listen to his heart as they crossed the desert. He came to understand its dodge and tricks, and to accept it as it was. He lost his fear and forgot about his need to go back to the oasis, because one afternoon his heart told him that it was happy. Even though I complain sometimes, it said it's because I'm the heart of a person, and people's hearts are that way. People are afraid to pursue their most important dreams because they feel that they don't deserve them, or that they'll be unable to achieve them. Their hearts become fearful just thinking of loved ones who go away forever, or on moments that could have been good but weren't, or of treasure that might have been found but were forever hidden in the sand. Because when these things happen, we suffer terribly. My heart is afraid that my heart is afraid that it will have to suffer, the boy told the alchemist. night as they looked up at the moonlit sky. Tell your heart that the fear of suffering is worse than the suffering itself, and that no heart can ever suffer when it goes in search of dreams, because every second of the search is a second encounter with God and with eternity. Every second of the search is an encounter with God. The boy told his heart, when I have been truly searching for my treasure, every day has been luminous.
Yeah.
Because I know that every hour was a part of the dream that I would find it. When I have been truly searching for my treasure, I've discovered that things along the way that I never would have seen had I not had the courage to do things that seemed impossible for a shepherd to achieve. So his heart was quiet for an entire afternoon. That night the boy slept deeply, and when he awoke, his heart began to tell things that come from the soul of the world. It said that all people who are happy have God within them, and that happiness could be found in a grain of sand from the desert. As the alchemist had said, because a grain of sand is a moment of creation, and the universe has taken millions of years to create it. Everyone on earth has a treasure that awaits him. His heart said, we people find them, say much about those treasures because people no longer want to go in search of them. We speak of them only to children. Later, we simply let life proceed in its own direction towards its own fate. But unfortunately, one thing I still need to know the alchemist answer. What you still need to know is this. Before a dream is realized, the soul of the world tests everything that was learned along the way. It does this not because it is evil, but so that we can, in addition to realize our dream, master the lessons we learned as we move towards the dream. And that's the point at which most people give up. It's the point at which, as we say in the language of the desert, one died of the thirst just when the palm trees have appeared on the horizon. Every search begins with beginner's luck, and every search ends with the victories. Begin several tests.
No. Wait, hold on, Melissa. Every search begins with beginner's luck. Every search ends with the victor being hold on, sweetie. With the victor being severely tested.
Severely tested. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The boy remembers an old
Proverb. The boy remembered an old proverb.
The boy remembered his old proverb from his country. It says that the darkness hours of the night came before the dawn.
Okay, hold on a second. No, hold on a second. Because there's so much here to take in. I mean, so much. I don't know why I didn't stop earlier. But let's see if I can figure it out. So the boy goes to see the girl, right? And just in seeing the girl, you could tell that he's having some regret, right? But he also knows, based upon the alchemist's teaching, that he's got to go on his travel. The girl gives him permission. She says, look, I'm a woman of the desert. My dad has gone and come back. Basically saying that if you go and you say you're going to come back, I believe in that because I've seen my dad do that to my mother. Come back. So he leaves, but in having that conversation, he's heartbroken, right? And there's a lot of talk here about the heart. And the alchemist is real chill because the alchemist already knows what the boy is going through. So finally, and they don't talk, right? The alchemist not trying to convince him he's doing the right thing. He's on the trip with him. So the alchemist already knows this is the right thing. Now, what the boy doesn't realize is the alchemist is like his father, right? When he said to his father, I don't know if I can do this anymore, his father was like, then go do you, right? So the alchemist is coming along again as that teacher, right? And the alchemist is any person in our lives, right, Melissa? We all meet up with a version of someone that keeps us focused, right? Understands the struggle that we're going through, but reminds us to keep going. We're all blessed with that type of person. If it's your mother, you're blessed. But if it's not your mother, I can't imagine that you did not meet up with people. I cannot imagine that you did not meet up with people that would speak to your heart and change the alchemy and the direction that you're going in. Whether or not you listen, right? Whether or not you listen is up to you. So the boy didn't have to listen because now he's contemplating on going back. He's like, my heart hurts. I want to go back. Right? He doesn't quite say that, but he does let the alchemist know this might be the end of the road for me. And
his heart was agitated.
Yeah, his heart was agitated. Thank you. And the alchemist goes, but are you listening to your heart? Right? Which is a little confusing now because his heart is in pain. And we all know we've had that kind of pain. So how can you listen to your heart when your heart is broken? It's in pain. Right? And then the alchemist convinces him to listen to the heart in a different way. There's still a goal he's mandated to meet. If he doesn't meet that goal, for the rest of his life, it's going to gnaw at him. Remember that. So that could be anything, guys. Like, I speak to a lot of people who want to be a nurse. And I've spoken with people that it's taken them 11 years to become a nurse. But they did it. Because if they didn't do it, it would always gnaw at them. So it doesn't matter if it took 11 years. What matters is that they listened to the beat of the heart, their heart, that says, get back into school. Now, the other thing that's important is when the alchemist says, when you follow your direction, your personal legend, when you follow your personal legend, you will get severely tested. Severely. Right? And let me tell you something. I can only speak personally. When you are severely tested, it hurts like hell. Period. And so you have to decide if being severely tested is going to stop you from your personal legend placement in your life. So if someone took 11 years to be a nurse, I can tell you right now, they were severely tested. Sometimes having children will stop you. Sometimes you'll wind up in a relationship where your wife doesn't want you to be better, but doesn't say that, right? Can't say, oh, I don't want you to be a nurse, but they'll argue to fuck with you until the end of time. They'll confuse your mind until you forget that you're supposed to be educated. You'll wind up, with a job. Sometimes you're like, I had to work, I had to find a different path. And then you wind up with a job where people don't make you feel valued. And all the while you keep going, I'm going to go back to school because this is bullshit. But then you don't go back to school. Why? Because you discover that shopping is fun. Your children need this, that, and the third. Daycare kills you. I can't even tell you how daycare can stop you from going back to school. But maybe that's the trick. Maybe that's what society does to us. And maybe we have to look at society, but in the book, it's the desert. But maybe we have to look at society or how rough the desert is and look at how society is preventing you from being educated. How are you supposed to get educated when your daycare is $500 a week? And how are you supposed to be educated when you're especially nowadays, when you're spending $2,000 a month on rent?
Right, because rent's so high, it's like, yeah.
And so now you can't go back to school, because even when you look into going back to school, they might say, well, we need your transcripts from the last school. You go to that school and they go, we'll give you your transcript, but you owe us $1,000. So now you push it back because it's just too much. But it'll come up again. Why? Because the alchemist said it will gnaw at you always. So now let's say 5 years go by and now your kids are in regular school. Now you're not paying the $500 a month, but $500 a week. I mean, at least that's what I paid when I had my son in daycare. And at first I was with my husband, but at some point I was by myself. Thank God rent wasn't that high back in the day, because my son is, 30, 34 now. So back in the day, rent was very reasonable, but daycare wasn't. But what if daycare was, and I couldn't sign up for daycare through the system, right? Because I made too much money, so I can't sign up. So I'm screwed. And now I'm a single parent. So I can't imagine what you guys are going through right now. Daycare, you have to go to work. Everybody's not making relatively the same amount of money for the cost of everything that has risen, right? So there's no money left over. So you might forget. But now your kids are in regular school and you're like, let me readdress this. And you actually get back into school, right, Melissa? But then you find out school is hard because you're not young anymore, right? School is easy when you get out of 12th grade. School is easy to go into college. You've only had years and years and years of education. When you drop the ability for your mind to receive and be educated and go back in, you find yourself struggling, and you find yourself less than valued, and you find yourself not getting good grades, but the girl next to you who just came out of high school is getting better grades. But you don't look at all of that. You just realize, I don't know if I'm cut out for this. So then you quit again. And you go back to do whatever is normal for you, right? Pick up your kids, take them to school, come back home, eat dinner, repeat all over again, go to work. But every day you do that, you're not happy. Something is not making you happy. And then you wind up at a job that does pay well. Finally, you wind up at a job that pays well. And now you just want to receive that. You want to be able to say, I make good money and I'm so happy. So now I'm thinking, this car that I've been running around with for 10 years, I'm going to get a car note for $500-$600. I'm going to pay insurance because it's a brand new car of $200. Without thinking, no, you want to go back to school. And one day you're sitting in your Mercedes and you're thinking, I got to go back to school. I got to follow my personal legend. And back in you go again. And this time you finish. And you got there. Now nothing will ever gnaw at you again because you are in this space of where you were supposed to be, where you want to be. It's important to live out your personal legend. It's important to live. Remember when we were in spiritual group, it was one of the best. It almost brings me to tears, right? Because it was one of the best questions that Ori Naturals asked.
Right, yeah, she had a good question.
It was one of the best questions. And did you see how many of us struggled with the answer?
But you know what, too?
Mm-hmm.
Not only was it a good question, but I just never thought about it.
There you go.
Never.
Bingo. That's the point of the question, to think about it. And just in talking with you, not giving away your answer, Melissa, get back there. Because
Right.
get back to what makes you happy. You may not even realize that being sluggish could be an answer to you not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
I agree with you about that.
Thank you. Thank you. So get back there and get where you're supposed to be, fulfilling your personal legend, right?
Right.
Yeah. Woo, child. I can tell you right now that I am in my personal legend. I feel like there's something more that God wants me to do. And I feel like He's trying to talk to me. And I feel like I personally am not sure. And yet I talk to Spirit every day. So there must be something else in me that is like, God, are you talking to me? Because maybe I can't hear you well today, just today, right? But I can tell you that if there's something I wanted to do, I just did it. If I wanted to come to the Caribbean, I asked God, is this possible? And if it is, open all the roads, right? And now that I'm here, now I'm like, okay, what is it that you want me to do? What I can tell you, Melissa, is that for me personally, I know that I'm changing hearts. Remember, we talk about the heart chakra here in the book, in this section. I know that I'm changing hearts, not minds, right? I'm not trying to restructure your mind. I'm not trying to tell you how to forget religion, just your heart, right? And I did not know that I was going to be this. I never knew I was going to be this person, speaking to the masses, speaking to people. Because my mother, one thing I've always carried from my mother is, if you change one person, you've done your job. You've done God's job. But what I can tell you, trying to work at the bullseye, trying this, that, and the third, trying different jobs, how much I was tested. And one day, something bad really, really happened. And I finally saw it. And I said, evil doesn't want me to be. Evil doesn't want me to be. And at the time, I just wanted to be psychic. I didn't know there was more out there. But evil knew. And so evil blocked me every chance. Like, I can't even tell you. The minute I had that revelation, my job would fire me. My son would act up, right? I would be on the verge of losing my apartment, right? And I kept doing my personal legend of a job. Because I always said, no, evil cannot win. If there's somebody I need to get to, if there's somebody I can heal, then I'm always going to do this job. So who is it that evil does not want me to get to? Because that person is powerful. Whoever that person is that I need to touch base with, that's the powerful person. So I'm not giving up. And here's the thing, I may never know who I've healed. That's not for me to know. What's for me to know is to remember to keep doing my job, not working at Citibank. That's not my job. My job is my personal legend, to keep that going at all costs, no matter what the circumstances brings to you severely. And don't die, everyone, in the severity of a situation. A divorce is not the end of the world. Losing your job is not the end of the world. Family separating from you, not the end of the world. When you are the world, you matter to God. So don't let evil walk in and stop you. Take a break, cry, relax, rest on the sofa for a while, sleep a lot. But don't forget your personal legend. Don't forget why you were brought into this world. And you were not brought in this world to be miserable. And you don't let evil win to get you above and beyond and to get you to the place that you're supposed to be, whatever that looks like. If you're supposed to be a nurse, be a nurse. If you're supposed to be an engineer, be an engineer. If you're meant to foster children, go ahead and foster children. If you don't have children, but you've always wanted to have children, don't let a man not coming to you to say, well, that was God's plan. No, it was never God's plan. But if circumstances didn't allow a good man to come along, but you still want to be a mother, you can do IVF, you can adopt, you can foster a child.
Right. You don't need a man for that.
And what if your personal legend is to be an amazing mother to a child out there that needs you? Let's not be selfish. Let's not be selfish, right? Let's not look at it with blinders on. Like, no, don't be linear. Be expansive. I can't imagine that if you want to be a mother and you're now 45 and the possibility of that happening is slim to none. I can't imagine someone wanting to be a mother that wouldn't be a good mother regardless if it's your child or not.
Right.
Don't let severe tests
60 seconds.
stop you. Ooh, ciao. Melissa, what page did we end on? Because I'm going to forget.
We ended on page 137.
Okay, we're going to stop here, Melissa. Woo. Thank you so much for everything that you participate in. Thank you, Melissa. And let's get back into your personal legend, Melissa. People loved you. So go ahead and create your new space that belongs to you. And it might mean you have to sacrifice that dog food. Okay? The dog will understand.
You know, but he loves me being home and everything. It's like, that video I sent you, the dog just crying because, well, it was the music, but the dog was like upset when they leave you. And
Yes.
I'm like, sometimes he gets used to me on the weekend, but it's like when I leave, it's like, oh, it's that new world to him.
Yes. Yes.
So,
All right, sweetie.
I think he want to maybe bring me home.
All right, Melissa. Thank you so much, Melissa. Thank you, everyone, for coming through, for listening. I appreciate you. If you get to, if you're listening to, go back and listen to it. Do whatever it takes. There's so much amazing messaging that comes through The Alchemist. It's amazing to me. I'm just so happy to be reading this book and so happy to be reading it with you, Melissa.
Oh, I loved it too.
All right.
And I definitely, what's the name of the book again?
Oh, Conversations with God, Volume 1.
Okay.
I'll put the picture in the group. All right.
Okay, thank you, Dory.
You're welcome,
All right,
Melissa.
bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Take it easy. Bye.
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey